What's up to all our winners out there? Thank you for tuning in. We're happy to have you. I'm Marcus.
I'm Shaky.
And in this one, we're going to be talking about the one thing that if you don't do, you're not going to make it in real estate investing or any other investing for that matter. Before we get into it, just want to make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, join the family, click that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload videos. And if you want to learn how to wholesale, we have a free How to Wholesale mini course. First link in the description. Make sure you check that one out. Let's get to it. So, we feel like if you can't communicate, if you have like troubles talking to people, whether it be buyers, sellers, or even getting out and networking and stuff like that, if you're like an introvert like me, I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty darn introverted. You're gonna struggle.
Yeah. Yeah. Even when talking to contractors.
Yeah.
You have to know effective communication at that. Like you have to know when it's time to be professional and when it's time to, crack a joke, because people want to know who you really are as a person. Mm-hmm. They want to be able to see your personality shine through no matter what you're doing. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, whether, like Marcus said, whether it be talking to sellers, talking to buyers, even putting out like postcards and letters sometimes, even though we don't do that anymore, some people still do. You need to let your personality shine through, and that effective communication, being able to reach whoever your audience is very important.
Yeah, like we just went to a networking event last night.
Yeah.
And for I guess for the first time ever, like we were both talking.
Yeah.
Typically, it's all Shaky.
Right.
And I'm kind of in the background doing this.
Yeah, and normally we also like always together during networking events. We found ourselves like separated. We were talking to different people. Crazy. It was great.
Yeah, I messed around and wore a freaking funnel hacker shirt. Like people kept coming up to me asking me about funnels and Facebook marketing and targeting and all this stuff, and I don't know if it's because of something that I really know how to do or what, but I was able to actually get in my zone, man.
Yeah, that shirt caught a lot of attention. And like I said, we're normally always together in networking events, but it was funny because so many people want to talk to us. Yeah. I'm literally standing like this, holding a conversation on both sides, front and back. I'm like, this is weird. I don't want one person to think I'm ignoring them, but I mean, everybody thought we were great as well. Like this lady was like, I see why you marry her. Oh, she has such a great spirit. I asked Marcus, am I really like that great? Like, I mean, am I really that sweet? She just kept saying, I can't wait to see y'all again. You're so sweet. So you always want to leave some sort of impression on someone, and you always want it to be a positive impression. So, being able to tell your story over and over again is very important in this business as well, because you want people to know where you started from, where you're at now, and where you're heading. Because you never know by telling your story and communicating with people what that can lead to.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, last night we were telling people what we do. I mean, something we also threw in there with like what we're planning on doing, and that also got us, some more contacts.
Yeah, we were talking about the winner circle. We're talking about you guys, and then we're also talking about, I guess, with me, like the content that we're going to be pushing out. Because I was like, well, if you really want to learn how to do this, I'm going to be putting out content all the time about how to do ClickFunnels and Facebook and Google AdWords and all that kind of stuff.
Right. So, one funny story. You can tell them about how you were talking to that one lady when we first started.
All right, so I guess we're gonna get really personal because now we're gonna really back in and kind of go to like my introverted side, right? So when we first got started, I was handwriting the letters and I was also like fielding the calls. So this is my very first phone call ever. And the lady called me, and like knowing how to handle people now, I wish I would have known just a little bit of that then. Because when she got on the phone, the first thing she told me was that, you sent me this letter offering to buy my house. I'm just interested in your offer. And that was pretty much it. And I was just like, okay. And then before I could say anything else, she was like, well, just letting you know, I've done a lot of research on this property. So the first thing I should have did was kind of went into that. I know that now. Yeah. I know to go into that now.
Right.
But then she was just like, I just want to hear your offer. And I was like,
yeah.
Okay. So what I did was I took 70% value from the appraisal website. And I looked at the house and I saw that it was pretty banged up. It was just beat up. And I offer her $135,000 cash. Like I was confident in that number. I was like, I know this number. And that lady laughed me all the way off the phone.
Yeah.
Like it was so humiliating. And
I felt bad for him.
Yeah, and she was like, well, take me off of your sellers list. And I was like, huh? She was like, yeah, I've been getting offers upwards to $290,000. And I was like, how the heck are you get I didn't know how to run comps and all of that stuff then. Do you guys know, I'm gonna share this with you, just being honest. I have not made a phone call since. That was my very first and last phone call. So I know that making these calls are important, and I know that talking to people is important. So now I'm like, you know what, screw this. I gotta overcome that fear, right? So I've been listening to Shaky for years and all those calls that she's taken. And like last night was just like the first little baby step, because I also watch her when she's networking. And so I was like, okay, what would Shaky do in this instance? When people, like, before we can even get to the steps to walk in, somebody's like, hey, you're a funnel hacker. I was so damn nervous. Like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what his expectations were for the conversation. My mom was just going on, and I just was like, you know what would Shaky do? And I just started talking. I was like, just whatever first thing come to your mind, no matter how awkward it is for me, just start talking, man. And it was like the most genuine conversation ever. He was talking to me about, you know, the funnels and all that stuff. I started talking to him about how I was doing it, and then he opened up to me about how he was struggling with it. So had I still been that introvert, I probably would have either looked the other way or just waved or something like that and walked on in. Yeah. But
you are still an introvert, but you let your personality shine through. You're a work in progress. You're a work in progress because you know what we're building. You know, like who we're trying to reach. You know, a lot of people, and we want to genuinely see people win. Yeah. You know that you need to let your personality shine through, and I commend you for that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
But going back to that story when you say you were talking to that lady, what I would have done with my extroverted ass, I would have been like, okay, yeah, you done a lot of research. Okay, you know, like tell me some of the stuff that's going on in the area. Yeah, I see it's a lot of activity in the area. Yeah. I know you've probably been contacted by a lot of people. I know it's been a lot of interest. What are you finding when you talk to these people? Yeah. And she would have just started rolling. She would have started rolling, telling me the whole story, telling me everything I need to know. Yeah. And then I probably would have, been able to make, I know I would have been able to make, a better offer at that time. But Marcus was doing all the work at that time. So, I mean.
We was just trying to figure it all out. I'm talking like the first few weeks of this thing. And the reason why I'm opening up and sharing this with you, because I know we have a lot of people in the winner circle who've never done a deal, never talked to anybody. Yeah. And I just don't want that to stop you like it stopped me. Because if it had not been for Shaky, I really don't know how this thing would have played out, Yeah. And that's why I'm choosing to get back in the trenches, get back on the phone. Shaky's kind of coaching me through it. We're having like mock calls and all that kind of stuff to kind of get through it. Yeah.
I intentionally, sometimes I'll just randomly get on the phone with a seller. We'll be sitting down here. I'll grab my laptop. I'll intentionally like try to make a phone call in front of him just so I know he'll subconsciously be listening to me.
Yeah, so I got to get back on these phones, man. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want that to discourage you guys and cause you guys not to get started, because as successful as we are, I mean, I still have my struggles, obviously. Yeah. And I'm here with you. We're gonna figure this thing out together. And that's just what the Winner Circle is all about. We kind of help each other with our shortcomings and build each other up. And, all of that kind of stuff. So and we're no different. I just want to share one more thing with you. There was there is a YouTube channel that kind of helped me along the way to kind of figure out how to be, I guess, more charismatic, more personal, to kind of be able to talk to people and even be able to talk to you. Like before we even started this YouTube channel, I used to watch a channel called Charisma on Command. And it has tons of videos on how to initiate conversations, how to hold conversations without being awkward, how to stand out amongst the crowd. There's a lot of stuff in there. So Charisma Command, I'll link that in the description as well. Yeah. But we're just trying to give you guys all the resources, man.
I'm sorry. I started laughing because I remember when you first started watching the videos, it was so funny. Marcus was so awkward.
I'm not anymore.
He was so awkward when he tried to practice the little skills and stuff. Like,
yeah.
What
I used to go to like
you embarrassing me.
Yeah, like dinners and stuff. And
well, why were you acting like that?
And just kind of. But the thing was, it was awkward for us because we know how we are.
Yeah.
But like, I would go to the table and just shake hands and be like, "Hey, how's it going? How you been? I haven't seen you." Like, I'm putting myself out there.
Yeah.
And it was received very well.
But so for me, knowing him,
what?
I'm like, what are you doing?
Stop fronting. Like, it was almost like, and I'm seeing her. I was like, oh, I'm getting in my zone right now. This the new me.
Yeah.
This is Marcus 2.0.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I know we talked for a while. And I don't want to keep rambling, but
yeah,
that's like being a people's person is crucial in this business. Real estate is all about people. Whether it doesn't matter if you're wholesaling, flipping, rentals,
period.
You have to learn how to communicate with people, or you're gonna fail. Point blank. Period. So we got your back. Put myself out there, being vulnerable and honest with you guys. I hope you guys appreciate it because this wasn't easy for me either. So that's it for this one. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.